the only 5 shoes you actually need. You guys think that 5 shoes is okay for you guys to own in your collection? Go ahead and comment that down below for me and let me know if that is okay. Is that too much? Is that too little? Let's go ahead and see what you got to say. How many shoes
do you think you actually need to have you covered for all occasions?
I'm not gonna lie. For right now, currently, I would say I only need about 1. Now, actually, I'm not gonna lie because I have multiple for like the gym and things of that nature. But I feel like a sneaker that's really, really solid, and I'm gonna say this time and time again. And if you don't know what sneaker I'm about to say, you're probably not tapped into the channel. So if you're not, I definitely recommend you hit that subscribe and notification bell if you do like sneaker content, because I post daily and even twice a day. But the sneaker I am going to introduce to you, if you don't know the sneaker already, the sneaker is the Nike Air Force One. I love that sneaker and I have vouched for it multiple times. The only case that I have seen this sneaker really fail is like for the long-term wearability. You can't really wear it for long periods, or at least I wouldn't personally. I've worn it for long periods of time, and I have said time and time again that it has really like disappointed me, I guess is the word I can say, because I've worn it on like a nice outing where I went out to like a sports event. My feet were hurting because I was on my feet for a long time, and then we had a little outing after that. So I mean, you could add some cushions in there if you are willing to go the extra mile, but I can't lie, that smooth white colorway shoe is just gonna do it for me every time. Now, I'm not going to talk too much in Let's go ahead and see what you got to say.
In their rotation, and that includes sports shoes too. And to help me demonstrate this, I've separated the different styles of shoes into 4.
The all-round sneaker, the winter warrior, the smart stepper, which I'm guessing is maybe one for those dinners, and the move makers. Okay.
Categories, and from each category I'll pick at least 1 shoe, making a total of 5. Feel free to play along too, and by the end of the video let me know what your 5 shoes would be. If you like this video at any point, please feel free to drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's step into the video. So let's start off with the all-rounder sneaker first. I think everyone needs at least 1 sneaker in their rotation that has them covered for most occasions. It's going to be your go-to for casual outfits, but it also needs to work for dressy outfits.
Oh, we got a couple. Axel, I think. I don't want to get this wrong, y'all. I feel like this is I'm not even gonna say it. I feel like it's Mason Margiela, but I don't want to get it wrong.
So
I feel like those are the replicas, but I don't want to get it wrong.
Recommendations for you. So the Common Project's Achilles Low are an obvious choice here. You also have the CQP racket sneaker, which
I feel like I don't see a whole lot of Common Projects out here in Cali, but maybe that's because I'm not in the right area. But I feel like I don't see a lot of these, and I feel like these should be worn more often.
It's really sleek in my opinion. You have the Grenson one, and also the Axel Arigato Clean 90s.
There's the Axel.
I think those are all solid options, and they'll have you covered for most occasions. If
it's like
that's
one of those sneakers you wear, and it's like you can tell someone spent money on it, but it's like
would have to be the Converse Chuck 70. I've been wearing these to death over the past 5 or 6 years, and I'm still not sick of them yet. And if you can think of a more versatile sneaker than the Chuck 70, then let me know, because I think these are the...
Why not go Mason Margiela? Or not Mason Margiela, Mason Mahara. Those are another great pair that look exactly like these Converse right here, but it just has like a different build to it. Even the Rick Owens, but it's like a lot more money. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot more alternatives, but these are very budget.
You can wear them with shorts, jeans, dress pants, and even a suit if that's your thing, and they go great with all of them. People wear them at all ages who are into completely different styles, and they've been around forever. And I currently own them in black and in the off-white colorway, as the natural colorway, and I don't think you can go wrong.
Man, I'm not gonna pause this video too much, but I have a crazy story. I had these Not a Chuck Converse, and I used to wear those shoes every single like time I would really go out, because I used to love those shoes a lot. It was a nice white colorway, and it said Not a Chuck all over the sneaker in black. But man, one day I went out for a nice little dinner, and I spilled Shirley Temple. If y'all know what a Shirley Temple is, it's literally like a red soda, and once you spill those on a pair of white shoes, the shoes is cooked. Like, I remember I was so mad at myself, and it was so preventable too. Like, man, I feel like I guess I could have tried to revive them, put them in the cleaners, but it was like I was still out for a while that day, and it was like I was just not gonna put the time in to actually clean the sneakers. But I ain't gonna lie, Converse is one of them shoes that's very versatile, and I gotta say it was pretty comfortable. I don't know if they had some extra cushion in those specific pair, but yeah,
either shoe. I do only wear the white pair in the summer though, whereas I wear the black pair all year round. so I would say that the black pair
Black pair
are a
is
little bit
solid.
more useful. And if high tops aren't your thing, you can always go for the low tops. And if you don't like the Converse branding for whatever reason, then check out the brand Novesta. They do some really similar shoes that look great too. And also worth mentioning in this category are these sneakers from Dries Van Noten. These are really sleek and smart looking, so if they're your style, then I think they'd have you covered for most occasions. The only downside is they are very pricey, but luckily COS do a knockoff pair for a fraction of the cost. They come in a few different colors, all extremely versatile, and the white colorway is coming out soon. So if you like the look of those, keep your eyes peeled. But I'll leave links to all of these shoes in the description box. But let's move on. So next up, we have the Winter Warrior. So in the colder months, you need something that's going to withstand the elements. You need a Winter Warrior. And in my opinion, a good hiking boot will have you covered. I picked up the Rocky Yvette boot, or the Rocci Yvette boot from DM about a month ago now. And I've been living in them ever since. Well, my feet have. I live in a house. They're made in Italy, they feel really premium, and they look incredible in my opinion. There's so many ugly looking pairs of hiking boots out there, quite a lot of rank ones, but DM always deliver on the aesthetic front in my opinion. I also never knew a hiking boot could go so well with everything in my wardrobe, but these work with absolutely everything I've worn with them, so it makes styling them really easy. And they also double up as a walking boot or a hiking boot because that's what they were designed for after all. On the downside, they do cost a pretty penny, but they're worth every penny to me. I absolutely love these boots.
What's the price?
Personally, I wouldn't cheap out when it comes to a pair of boots, but if you don't want to spend that kind of money, then here are some more affordable options for you. First up, we've got this pair of hikers from Ronning. They look great, they come in black and brown, which are really versatile colors, and they'll go with everything. Fracap also do some great more affordable options, and they've got plenty of boots to choose from. Arquette also have this boot, which looks really nice, and it's fairly priced. And also check out Grenson. These boots look solid, and Grenson are well known for their quality, so they should hold up well. But if hiking boots aren't your thing, then I can't recommend the Solitaire A-tie Derby boots enough. I've talked about them loads already on the channel because they go with everything and they've got a timeless design. They're not the warmest option though, so that's why I didn't choose them for this category. But if you want some more boot recommendations, then I did a whole video on that recently, and I'll leave a link to it in the description box. The next category is the Smart Stepper. Everyone needs a smarter shoe in their wardrobe, and for me, the one that's going to have me covered for most occasions is a loafer. I think loafers are one of the most versatile shoes out there. You can wear them with a suit, or you can wear them casually with a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts. And I currently own 3 pairs, but you only need one if you choose wisely. My most dressy loafer is from Morehouse, and these are absolutely amazing for smarter occasions, but I don't like them with my casual outfits. They're a little bit too dressy. I also have my Weegians from GH Bass, and I've had these for years now. This is one of the brands I've heard a lot of things about. Well, not a lot, but I've heard about this brand before. And although they look nice, I probably wouldn't recommend them. I don't find these that comfortable, and I do think there's better options out there.
Can y'all hear that airplane? That airplane is... Or maybe a helicopter. That thing is hella close.
And I am looking to replace them at the moment. And the first pair of loafers that I'm looking at replacing these with is this pair from the Spanish brand Carmina. They look beautiful, they're really sleek, and they could probably replace my Morehouse and my GH Bass loafers because I could wear them casually and dressed up. I also love the little dances they do on the Carmina website. It really shows how well the shoes work. I don't really dance myself unless I'm at home in my kitchen, then all the moves come out. But if you're a dancer, then these could be the shoes for you. I also really like the look of these loafers from Ralph Lauren. They're really fairly priced, but I've heard mixed things on their quality, so it does put me off a bit. As some of you might know as well,
different people say like different names for different things. Like he said, Ralph Lauren. I feel like there's another brand, Porsche, or some people say Porsche. It's really crazy.
He's had a bit of a thing for the Gucci 1953 horsebit loafer, but I don't wear loafers enough to justify spending that kind of money on them. Luckily, Carmina have this pair which look really similar for a fraction of the price, and I've heard they're even better quality than the Gucci pair. Saint Laurent also do some gorgeous looking loafers, but it's the same story as the Gucci pair. I don't wear loafers enough to justify spending that kind of money on them, but if you love loafers and you're an absolute baller, then these might be a good option for you. And if you want something that adds a bit of grunginess to your outfits that doesn't break the bank, then I don't think you can go wrong with the Doc Martin Adrian loafer.
I'm glad
I love my pair and I love the look they give off, but they aren't always the smartest option. So if you do want something a little bit smarter, then check out the Solitaire pair that are very similar. But for me in this category right now, if I had to choose a pair out of any of these and I could only have one, I think I might go for the Carmina pair. I just think they'd have me covered for more occasions than the other loafers on this list, but I don't think you could go wrong with any of them. And if loafers aren't your thing, you could always go for a derby shoe like this one from Solivere. I really love these, but the only reason I don't have a pair is because they bring back haunting memories of my time at school, because everyone wore shoes like these. I was also tempted to put an Oxford shoe in here, but I don't think they're as versatile for me anyway as a loafer is. But what shoe would you pick here? For the next category, we've got the Motion Maker. If you work out or stay active, then you need the right type of shoes for the activity that you're doing. And the first pair of shoes in my rotation that I always have to have for the gym is a pair of Vans Authentic. They've got a flat, sturdy sole, which makes them great to squat in. But the great thing about these is they look great outside the gym too. So these double up as a second pair of sneakers that I can wear with my casual outfits. And even though I find Vans a little bit dull at times, I do get a lot of wear out of them in the summer. They just work really well with a pair of white crew socks and a pair of sport shorts, and when it's really warm outside, that's pretty much my go-to. They're also a great shoe to travel with because they pack down so easily, and they make a great holiday shoe as well. But if you don't like Vans for whatever reason and you want a shoe that looks good inside the gym and outside the gym, then the regular Chuck Taylors are a great option, and also the Nike Blazers. I personally don't really like the way the regular Chucks look with my casual outfits, which is why I haven't chosen them. I much prefer the 70s that I talked about earlier. And the next shoe in this category that I'd need is a running shoe because I like to run. But even if you don't like running, you could use this shoe for walking in or for comfort. And the pair that I'm using to run in right now is the Nike Street Flies. They're not the best, but I love the way they look, and I'm used to them. I do think it's time for a change for me, so I am looking at some other pairs, and here's some recommendations for you. So I've heard great things about the Asics or Asics, however you want to say it.
Super dope shoe.
Super Blast 2s
That daily
and the
scenario,
Asics or
versatile.
Asics Nova Blast 5s. The New Balance Rebel 4s are another highly rated shoe, and also the Nike Pegasus 41s. And if you're just someone who's on their feet for most of the day and you want something comfortable, then I don't think you can go wrong with New Balance. And I've heard really good things about the comfort of the 990 version 6s, so check those out. And out of all these shoes, I'd probably have to go with one of the Asics or Asics, but I'd have to try both pairs out first before making a decision.
I'm not gonna lie, he nailed it like right on the spot. He had some very good cuttable running shoes, everyday shoes, daily shoes right there for that last section. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys are considering running, maybe just standing all day, those are some really good options to go ahead and check out. Now I gotta say the Asics Super Blast shoes, those are some shoes that they're really hard to get your hands on. They basically sell out real quick, but that just means that they're a really good shoe they're very on demand. They have a lot of nice colorways. So if you're willing to spend like the extra money for it, I definitely would go Asics Super Blast. But if you want to go something that's a little bit more affordable, you can go the Rebel V4s. I'm not gonna lie, those is a great shoe that has good cushion, good durability, it has pretty good traction. And yeah, also the Asics Nova Blast 5 is another great one too. It's a good daily trainer. And yeah, he had some really good picks in here, I gotta say.
So that's how my final lineup looks, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. But what do you think? And what would yours look like? If you liked this video, please do leave it a like.
This was a great video, I'm not gonna lie. You guys let me know, what would be the only 5 shoes that you would actually need? Go ahead and try to comment down below if you have 5. Maybe you have less than that because 5 is just a lot. Or even go ahead and let me know all those different types of things. And yeah, if you guys do want to get some more sneaker inspo, because you're like, I want to find some more sneakers for my collection, or if you're just interested to see what's out there and in store for you, go ahead and click the video right here, and I bet you that would be a great follow-up video. I'll see you in that one.